Welcome back to Poetry and Police.
Yes, big up to all my loyal subscribers. All the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces, you may I say? Alright, in recent weeks, a lot of people have been querying and asking me about this cheerytreelane shooting, where the police unalive a young man. And frankly, I was not on the scene. I can't even explain what happened to you, but I can shed a little light on it if you want me to. You understand? So let's talk about it since everybody's asking about it. You understand? So cheerytreelane, yeah. My question is, does this rest on the country's conscience? Or does this rest, the shooting, does it rest on the members of the Jamaica Constabulary Forces conscience? We see an investigation going on and we don't know what would be the result of the investigation. But Cheerytree is just a little lady in Clarendon that never asked for fame, but now Cheerytreelane is famous. Because on the 15th of September, Jamaica found another ghost to name, another ghost to bring to fame, another reason for not believing in the police department. Not a reason to blame the police, even though the police seem to be at fault in this case. Allegedly. I have not seen the evidence yet. I've based it solely on circumstantial evidence. They say it was a police operation. A search warrant and a confrontation. The reports came fast. Man pulls gun, shot, dead. But Jamaica, oh my God, Jamaica. We have heard that song before. That is what we are saying, that we have heard that song before, and we have heard that song too often. That song has been rolling off the lips of the Jamaica for Justice and Indicom for the longest while that police officers are carrying out extrajudicial wallings. Understand? Now, let me sign this. Yeah. The man was, what he was calling Jamar Ferguson, 22 years old. And it is alleged that the police claim he reacted or he reached for a weapon. His family say otherwise. And I'm not too keen to believe otherwise. His family say otherwise. They always say otherwise. Every family of every gunman that ever gets shot in Jamaica by police, most of them, 95% of them, always have a different story. That the man was innocent and the man didn't have a gun and all these things. So what is different now? Okay. Now the independent commission, Indicom is carrying out investigation, and then how we have to just wait on the result of the Indicom investigations. They say justice is slow, but for the poor it is slower. The Jamaica Constable Force call it regrettable, as I said. They say that they support the process. Of course they do. But the Jamaica is tired of regrets. Jamaica is tired of regrets. We want reform. We want accountability. Just don't hide behind paperworks. But they are saying that this ain't just about Cheerytreelane. It's about every ghetto yard where the poor live between fear and fatigue, where the police see threat and the citizens see death walking up the pathway or the driveway. So the question I'm asking of you: the police doesn't the police see threats too? Doesn't the police get gunshot from time to time too? We all know that the walls and the streets and the lanes and the houses in these communities fire back at the police from time to time, and everything in these communities most of the time hate the police. Everything in these communities hate the police. So I ask the question not in anger. When the trigger smoke clears and the cameras are off, who protects the people from the protectors? Who protect the police from the gunmen in their communities? That is the question I have to ask. Cheerytreelane is just not a crime scene. That is how people see it. It's a mirror. And Jamaica, we don't like what I go on, and we don't like what is showing on the news. You see, people, we are so fast to believe that the police is always up to something nefarious. And that is a narrative that we would like to spend, that the members of the Jamaica Constabulars are carrying out extrajudicial killings. We have asked for body cameras, and it has been told to you more than one time that body cameras cost money, and it's not up to the police department, like I argued with one of my subscribers or one of my listeners, that there has to be a budget, and in that budget that the government has to put the budget aside to deal with the body cameras. And I've also said I went to Jamaica before and I saw police officers wearing body cams, so it has started. But what is the narrative about? Is it about this young man, or is it on a wider scale something else? Like the commissioner have said, that regrettably so, a loss of life is never welcoming. It's never welcoming. But circumstances does arrive where somebody has to be unalive by the police. And the police has to protect their lives. And even though our videos running around like dogs, running around like cats in the ghetto communities, of that people would say it's a different narrative than what the police officers are saying, I still will wait on the investigation, my friends, because that is the meat of the issue. That is what we have to wait on. We have to wait on the completion of the interviews from police officers and from so-called witnesses. And whatever this video that is being circulated on social media, I hope you guys have come to the understanding that now this video may not be admissible in court, because the video has been outplayed and outshared on social media, and that if we have a trial, if police are charged and we have a trial, that video can't be used, because that video has already made up the mind of made up the minds of probably future jurors in the case. That is a clear-cut, not self-defense on the part of the police, but an execution. And that will be in the mind of the future jurors in this case, or even the judge too, because the whole Jamaica the video has won the hearts of all Jamaicans so far, that it was an execution. Therefore, the police cannot say otherwise, even though the police are saying otherwise. So now it's left up to the investigators to come to a conclusion about this case. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it will be concluded that this video cannot be admissible in evidence, because this video has been circulating over social media. We should all know these things. Now the family had this video, you should have just take it to Indicom. You should not put it in on the news and put it over. Because what you have done, you have put a dent in the investigation for social media privileges. And then we complain when if police are charged and they get away because of mishandling of evidence, then we complain and talk about corruption, when it is our own doing. But as I have said before, let's watch the investigation and see where this case goes, because nobody is above the law. And if the police officers on that scene carried out an extrajudicial for real, and they have breached the laws in it, then they should be charged, and they should pay the penalty. I'm always on the police side. I'm an ex. But that doesn't mean I support foolishness and I support carelessness. Police, we have sense. Some food run belly. Some of us still don't learn that. Some people just don't learn. Some people don't have that tact and that smart to know that we can't do certain things in a day area in Jamaica. That the days of the bigger food and the days of the leng and the days of the hooks and the days of the Trinity and the Bud Spencer are over with. They are done. And that as police officers, we have to walk the chart line nowadays, and we have to ensure that all our actions are justified. And when these body cams come, yes, they will come. We have to practice from now, so we don't put ourselves in trouble. But, like I've said to you before, I hope this satisfies the questions that all these people have been asking me about the video, about this cherry tree lane shooting. And my question is, Cherry Tree Lane, is it on the country's conscience? It's on the country's lips, I know, but is it on their conscience? Is it on the Prime Minister's conscience? Is it on the Commissioner's conscience? Whose conscience is it on? What will this shooting do to the country? What will the shooting do to the image of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the government in power? Those are the questions. And I know that some people, somewhere along the line, a matter of fact, it had started already, that people are now using this so-called shooting for their political agenda and to satisfy their criminal curiosity. For sure.